before we look. We talking too much. Hold on, we gotta get him some food first.
Yes, okay. I need to get some. I already got my barbecue. No,
and he a drum dude, and I'm y'all know me. I'm flats all day. Drums, we can't do.
I need my drums, and I was just saying, what's up with our people that be wanting the drums? Y'all be sleeping.
Drums not it. I'm sorry, y'all. Once again,
is Jazzy the Kid.
What's up, Taste Buds? It's your girl, Jazzy the Kid. I'm back with another video. Today, I have a special guest. But new viewers, make sure, before we get started, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And push that notification button right next to it. And check out some of my content, y'all. So, today, we got American Deli. And then I got Quintin Lamarr here in the building with me, you guys. I'm going to give the spiel about him after we pray over our food. Okay, so let's get into it, period. Father God, I just want to say thank you for this meal and this opportunity, Lord God. I ask that you bless this meal, remove anything that can harm our bodies, oh God. Bless those that's watching and bless the guests here in the building. And I thank you for this opportunity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Period, y'all. It's time to get into it, period. All right, Taste Buds. So say what's up, Taste Buds, Quintin.
What's up, Taste Buds?
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Zachary making beats again.
Let him give the rundown because he do a lot of different things, y'all. So he big time, he's major, and so tell everybody about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so I am a fashion stylist and TV personality now. On a reality show,
which is called I think I just looked this the Things You Do for Love,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, first, before we look, we talking too much. Hold on, we gotta get him some food first.
Yes, okay. I need to get some. I already got my barbecue. No,
and he a drum dude, and I'm y'all know me. I'm flats all day. Drums, we can't do.
I need my drums, and I was just saying, what's up with our people that be wanting the drums? Y'all be sleeping.
Drums not it. I'm sorry, y'all. Once again, y'all comment in the comments if you want flats or drums. I'm a flat girl. Y'all know what's up.
Don't sleep on the drums, okay?
Look at our hands. Keep going like this. Yes, he just was on. So y'all just wrapped it up, or did y'all wrap it up a long time ago?
We wrapped like 2 weeks ago, and the reunion part 2 is actually coming on tomorrow night.
Is it on TV? Like, is it on TV, or we gotta watch it live on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Oh,
it's a YouTube series.
Okay, so I'm gonna have that link at the bottom. I'm gonna make sure I have a link there for y'all to see. So is it all on one page?
Yeah, it's all on one page.
All the episodes?
I'll send you the link so we can post it.
Okay.
So you can see all the episodes from 1 to 12. But yeah, so we wrapped 2 weeks ago. I'm kind of happy we wrapped.
It's a mess, y'all. If y'all like mess, go watch it, because I'm like, hold on now. I mean, some mess.
It's crazy, but it's good though. I feel like we never had a dating show that was LGBT centric. So I thought that was something that was missing from the universe, and I'm kind of glad we got into that a little bit. Although hopefully for season 2 that we'll get a little bit more into like the issues about the community. And
also, it will be a season 2.
There will be a season 2.
Oh, I think we got it told something too soon. Look. All right, y'all got first bit of it, so.
Now, I didn't say I was coming back for season 2. No, I don't know.
Look, we don't know yet. We'll know. We're going to see.
We'll see.
Stay tuned for that.
But yeah, hopefully moving forward that we do tackle more issues. We did have a scene where we talked about like Black Lives Matter and things like that. I don't know if we're gonna release that at all, but it was a good conversation. And
why not?
I don't know if it for the storylines and the things that we had, like the way that the show was moving, it was kind of weird to put that in. Like, how do we fit that in when there's so much other stuff going on?
Right. Okay.
So hopefully it gets its own segment, like its own.
It's needed. It's needed.
It's needed, and it was a good conversation. But hopefully, moving forward, we get more into stuff like that, and we could break down more barriers, because now we have other shows that are like, oh, we're doing LGBT love and dating. So it's good to see the impact that the show has had.
Yeah, y'all, we gonna make sure we had a link at the bottom for y'all to check that out. I ain't even watch all of them yet, so I gotta go watch them myself. I'm gonna have his social medias at the bottom as well. So are you still styling and things like that?
I actually have a photo shoot tomorrow.
He needs to style me, y'all, because I told y'all I don't be dressing up like that. He needs to get me together. Okay?
Call me. I'll send you my
Y'all, he is also from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, too. So, we repping 414 all day.
All day.
We coming here taking over Georgia, y'all. That's
414 taking over the 404.
Oh, okay. Wait, so, okay, how many area codes? Okay, I don't know what area codes over here is like 608. I don't know.
You
We
got
get into that later.
678, and then that's one of the main ones, and then 404 is the main, like, area code.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all, we coming here to take it off of Georgia, period. So, I was gonna say something, I totally forgot. Y'all know that's my thing. I'm always about to say something, and I always forget. So give me a second. But this is his first time trying American Deli, y'all. This is my second time. So, how you like the wings? Which ones? Oh, he eating the buffalo right now.
It's not too spicy. I love it.
Oh, I ain't see you. You ain't even dip it in the ranch yet.
I ain't even dip it in the ranch yet. I ain't even open the ranch yet. Good.
See, I got medium because I should have been a little more considerate. I didn't know if you eat hot stuff. I should have asked you that.
I love it.
Okay, good. Because me, I usually get the medium.
Girl, now you know we from Milwaukee where you eat hot chips.
Hot all
sauce.
day. Put hot chips, hot sauce. I put pickle
Hot
juice
pickle.
too. Look.
Oh!
Hey, y'all know what's up, okay?
If you know, then you know.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
So, with the photo shoot that you have set up tomorrow, are you dressing someone else or is it for yourself?
All right, so I'm working with a celebrity makeup artist and a celebrity photographer tomorrow. And we're going to do some portfolio work. And so we have a model that we're going to be working with, and we're doing like this really, really fabulous idea with bold colors and things like that. So I'll be dressing the model, and we're gonna submit whatever we're working on. We're gonna submit for print for magazines. So yeah,
Okay. Doing big things. That's what I'm talking about. See, if we was back at home, some of the opportunities that we have here or going to have here ain't even. It ain't even like wasn't even an opportunity back at home. So,
but sometimes you gotta make that leap. You know.
That's exactly what we all did.
Like that's why, like I had to just suck it up and say, I'm not. I felt like I wasn't getting enough. Like I felt like my talents weren't being used enough. I felt like
you was comfortable.
Like I was just way too comfortable. But then I also felt like I was just in a box and I needed to break out.
Let me just grab it.
And so I'm like, I just need to get to a space where I can really fully be creative. I can really fully walk in my purpose. I can really fully, I can really fully do what I want to do and how I want to do it, and without limitations.
And we literally, it's like you feel limited at home. You only limited to specific things.
Now let's not get it twisted though. We love home. There's
we not
like
shading home. I done said that multiple times. Home
we
is
love
home.
Milwaukee. Like that is home, and there's nothing like if you're not from Milwaukee, you'll never truly understand
what we're talking about.
You'll never understand what we're talking about and where we come from and what makes us go as hard as we go.
Right.
But it's because we from Milwaukee that makes us go harder, like so much harder to really achieve, because it's not a lot of opportunities back home.
That's the mess. That was the main reason for us having to leave. We had to, because it just was like the opportunity was just dead. And it was just like, okay, we need more.
Yeah, I needed more. And on top of that, Atlanta, as far as black creatives go, Atlanta is just a place to be. Like
it feels like home.
It literally feels like
home.
Like girl, I be in Walmart, I see like, oh hey, like it just
people
really
friendly
home.
for real. We like that. I'm not used to, because at home people had their nose tooted up. We like
that Southern hospitality is
real. It's not a lie. It's no cap. Like
no cap. Like people, and then especially people can kind of get a sense that you're not from here, so they make
they even more. They overly do it.
Yeah,
they be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
They like, "What you doing? How you doing?"
Hey, I be like, "Hey."
Like, hey, auntie.
When we first got here, we turned around like we felt bad to even. We were like, "Hold on, they speaking to us." That's literally how it was.
That's not how it is.
If you speak at home, you just might get a high, or it just might be dry. You don't know.
Or it'll be like a what up?
What up?
Like, all right.
They be all on you out here. We like,
So
So when did you move out here?
So I like to call this like my love affair with Atlanta.
Okay.
It's been like a 2-year on and off thing, almost 3 years. I came out here the first time in 2017. So this also shows you that you gotta trust the process. It's a process with everything you do. So when I first came out here, I'm just gonna give you a little backstory.
Okay.
When I first came out here, I came out here with my sisters just for like a birthday getaway turn up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we fell in love with the city. We loved it so much. It just felt like home. It just felt so great.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 weeks later, I think we came back to like go do interviews and go look at houses and things like that.
That's what we did, y'all.
That's crazy, right?
2 weeks later, an exact 2 weeks later.
That's wild.
We came here and visited, and well, actually, we came here 2 years at the same time. 2018, we came here. 2019, we came here in February. 2020, we came here in February. Came here.
Wow.
2 weeks later, we came here, did our jobs and stuff right away.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, we moved out here.
Yep, that's what
2
we
weeks
did.
later.
So we came back 2 weeks later. When the second time we came back, I stayed for a full week and I visited because I have a cousin who does photography. Shout out to Leslie Andrews.
Yep.
Follow her, Leslie Andrews Photo on Leslie Andrews Photography on Instagram.
Make sure you send me that stuff so I can put it in the description for them to click it.
That's my go-to photographer. That's who I actually had to shoot with tomorrow.
Okay.
And our work's been in like rolling out magazines and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I visited her and she was kind of like taking me around and I was at her studio and things like that. And that's what really sparked like, because at this point in time, I was working as a stylist at Akira in Bayshore Mall.
Oh, Akira's in Bayshore too?
It was.
It was started off in Bayshore probably, didn't it?
They
Or
had,
Mayfair?
I don't know which one was first, but I know they had the Mayfair, the Bayshore, and then they had the Brookfield Square? Brookfield Mall. Brookfield Square Mall.
Yep.
They had those 3 locations. I don't know which one was first, but
Okay.
I was working at the Bayshore location.
As a stylist there.
As a stylist
Okay.
there. Right. That was like my first real styling gig.
Okay.
Like paid thing. So she just was taking me around and showing me the ropes and just showing me like, you know, the work that she was doing and things like that. And she really believed in me. So that really drove me to be like, okay, you know what? I think this might be where I need to go.
You just felt it in your heart.
I just felt it. So then that was in November. By January 28th, I think, or January 30th, we packed up everything and moved out here.
What year was that? What year was that?
So that was November 2017, we came out here twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few months later in January, that was 2018. So
Was that the official move? That's
that
when
was
you
the
officially got
official
out here?
move.
Okay.
That's the official move. And I was out here for 6 months. And I was struggling. I was working as a freelance stylist. Like, I was waking up every single day, living and breathing styling. I was assisting at the studio. I was assisting with the photography. I was just a student of the game. Like, and this is a thing that people may not understand that I think I need to say. Like, no matter what it is you're trying to do in life, especially when it comes to the industry, and when I say the industry, I mean like production, I mean like film, music, TV,
modeling,
modeling, fashion. All of this is an industry, and all of this is connected. When you're
speaking to me too, y'all.
when you're entering the industry, you have to pay your dues, and that's with anything, but specifically the industry, you have to pay your dues.
And what do you mean by that?
Is sometimes you're gonna have to work for free. You're not just gonna come out the gate and be like, oh, I need $1,000 for this, or I need this for this.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. You gotta prove yourself, and you can't it's okay to know that you're good and know and want to be the best, but you're gonna have to hit the ground running. You're gonna have to do some groundwork. You're gonna have to intern. You're gonna have to work for free. You're gonna have to assist. You're gonna have to be you're gonna have to get your foot in the door. And that's how I met so many designers and so many
by
photographers.
doing stuff for free.
By doing stuff for free and building those relationships with people, and them being able to depend on me to, I need a new lens for my camera. Quintin, go get it. Like, even though that's not my job, I still had to do what I had to do so that, I can at least get my name in there and just be on set, just be around. It was so many times where they had another stylist on set.
And you had to work around
and
that.
I would just be absorbing, like, okay, let me see how the stylist is working. Oh, she has a pouch with safety pins and this, and this.
Taking notes.
Taking notes. Like, I'm like, okay, I need that. Or I will see, like, okay, she's doing it this way. And she, like, okay, I don't have to do it exactly like that. But I know I need these materials. I need these tools to be successful. And then that's how the opportunity started to kind of come in. But then, you know, I still needed to make a living. So I moved back to Milwaukee.
After 2018?
Uh-huh.
Well, after you moved in like that January 2018?
Yeah, I stayed for 6 months. And then July 2018, I moved back to Milwaukee to become, I was the prep navigator at the AIDS Resource Center of Wisconsin. So basically I was like, because I always been, side note, I always been an activist for like Black Lives Matter, LGBT rights, gay rights, trans visibility, and sexual health education. I've always done that ever since high school. I was in Urban Underground, so shout out to Urban Underground because
I'm thinking about that ain't Running Rebels, is it? That ain't the same
we
thing.
used to partner with Running Rebels.
Okay,
but it's kind of the same thing. And then I was in AmeriCorps too.
Okay,
so I did Public Allies and City Year, so I have that activism.
Okay, yeah, you got that under your belt.
And under my belt, I have that spirit of like I still want to. I'm creative, but with a purpose. Like I like to say. So I was like, you know, I'm like, well, I really want to work for my community, and I love Milwaukee. So I was doing a lot of work in the community for prep, and then I moved on from that after a year and was doing, was working at the Greater Milwaukee Foundation as a neighborhood liaison and just doing a lot of groundwork. But I still would come back to this feeling of being unfulfilled, really.
Yep,
and
I got you. I know exactly where you go.
Like, I'm like, dang, it's still not enough. Like, I'm making good money. I have a good life. But it's not enough. It's still something missing.
Yep.
And it was crazy because that whole year that I was back in Milwaukee, I would literally come back to Atlanta every month, at least once a month, sometimes twice a month.
I told you right there.
I would come back, like, to do photo shoots, to do this, to do that. So I was like, you know what? After a year, I'm going to go back to Atlanta. Funny way God works. I was engaged at the time. So I went back to Milwaukee, did my thing, fell in love, and was engaged. It didn't work out. When it ended, I was like, well, now that it's over, there's no reason for me to even be here. And I looked at the calendar, and it happened to almost be, it was like 11 months to the day that I had moved back. And I told myself a year ago that after a year, I would go back. So
after you got back to Milwaukee?
After I got back to Milwaukee.
Okay.
And so I'm like, that's God. Like, it's been 11 months. It's like, and I feel like I've done everything I could do. Now it's time to just really take that leap of faith and really do it. So ever since that day I made that decision, that was in June 2019. It is now July 2020, and I've been here ever since.
Woo-hoo! That's a testimony.
That's a testimony. And in that year that I moved back, so it's been 13 months. In the 13 months since I've been back in Atlanta full time, no moving back, no visiting a lot.
Have you visited though?
I visited like 2 or 3 times. I went like for my goddaughter's birthday.
Usually it'd be like it's scary. You don't want to go back and visit because you think you're gonna want to
You don't want to get sucked back into it.
Yeah.
But in that 13 months, since I really made the decision in my heart that I was gonna be here and I was gonna stay, I've been on a reality show. I've done more styling gigs than I ever have in the past.
Wow.
I've met some awesome people. I've been a part of some awesome projects and things. I got my first car, like things that took me forever to achieve other places.
You did it all in 13 months.
I did it all in 13 months.
Ain't that great? So what would you encourage somebody that's like kind of in the same shoes as you that maybe watching this? What's something that you would say to them? Like, I mean, I know you said a lot, but as far as like getting up and doing that jump or leap of faith, what would you encourage them to do when it comes to their dreams or aspirations? What would you tell them?
Look, this is what I say. And I even have to tell myself this because I have a hard time. Sometimes we have a hard time walking in our destiny.
Yeah.
And waking up.
We beat each other up. Our own selves up.
We beat our own self up, and society beats us up a lot. But let me tell you, you have to sit down with yourself and you have to, first of all, write it out. If you put it on paper, it'll happen. You got to manifest that. Like, if you put it on paper and if you speak it, because the power of the tongue is not a joke.
What are you talking about, John?
It's not a joke.
Something.
It's not the power of the mind, the power of the tongue. Once I told myself, out loud, and I wrote
in
it
the
in
air.
once I put it in the air, I put it in the universe. Once I said it, and then I wrote it down in my notepad a year or two ago, I knew I always said I wanted to do a reality show. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't have the connections, but it ended up happening because I manifested that. I put that out there because I wanted to gain more visibility. I knew, like, once you see the path for yourself, that's what I'm really trying to say. Once you see the path,
you'll see it.
You got to see it to really believe it, to really start to achieve it. So, like, once I seen the path, I knew I wanted to be a stylist. I knew I wanted to be in the industry some type of way. I knew I wanted to be a creative and work with other creatives.
Yes.
Now it was like, okay, how do I go about that? Well, I need to be visible. So how about I just start working with a photographer? I linked up with a photographer, started to know more people, started to see people in the industry. Then I ran into people that do reality shows. I'm like, well, a reality show would help me gain more visibility in Atlanta because I may be sort of kind of well known in my city, but coming to a whole nother city like
it's
Atlanta,
bigger too.
That's a whole nother beast.
Yep.
And to get your name out there in a city like that, like it took me years to start to get a platform in Milwaukee. Years. Like a long time. And then here, it's only taken me like maybe 2 years. Like to start to
It's happening fast.
It starts to happen fast, especially when you're working at it. So it's like you have to see it. You have to have a clear eye view of what you exactly want. And then life will kind of order your steps for you. It'll put it in perspective. And so once these things start to happen, you check them off your list and then you say, okay, what's next? Because I need to elevate. You can never become complacent. Don't ever get comfortable because that's when it starts to go wrong.
He's saying something.
I never get too comfortable because I always know I need to work harder. I need to be smarter.
To grow.
I need to grow. I'm never in one spot for too long. I always know I need to elevate. That's the goal. The goal is to elevate. And even outside of just the work, like just being smarter with my finances, I started to buy stocks and trade.
You did starting to do that?
Yeah. Like I started to, back when Corona first started, like everybody was just like kind of scared and didn't know what to do. And I'm just like, well, I need to keep my income flowing.
Right, invest in something.
I need to keep working. So I'm like, let me start looking into investments. So I literally trained myself when I actually had to quarantine for 14 days, right? So while I was in quarantine, I remember just sitting there and getting my notepad out and stealing my sister's laptop because I didn't have one at the time. And I was like Googling all of these things, like learning about assets and liabilities and learning about all these things and buying homes and educating myself. And I will get on my Roku and turn on YouTube. And while I'm on the computer, I will have YouTube videos of traders and investors talking about the gift of selling stocks and what it means to do it. And even with styling, the same thing. Like I would just watch the greats, the GOATs do their thing, and I would just take notes and I would just pay attention. So you always have to be a student of the game. Never stop being a student, never stop learning. That's how you grow, that's how you elevate. Always learn, because when you're well prepared versus somebody that's ill prepared, you're always going to win.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
No matter what. And don't compare yourself to nobody else.
He's talking to somebody, and it ain't to a specific age group. He's talking to everybody, no matter how old you are. It ain't never too late to chase your dreams.
Never too late, and it's crazy because I'm about to be 25 in a few weeks, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting older. I'm about to be
30 coming quick to the mud.
30 coming quick. Like I need to hurry up. I need to get my life together, but it's like trust the process.
You not gotta rush.
It's God's plan and His timing, like.
God's timing, y'all.
God's timing, for real.
God's timing.
Not yours.
Not yours.
It ain't on you. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Man, you got to say that again for the people back there.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's God. It's God's timing, His plan, and it's just the way of the universe. You got to let the universe do its thing. Mm-hmm. And I really adopted that trust the process thing from Public Allies because that was their saying, like trust the process. I used to hate that saying, like,
and it didn't hit you until you had to really
until I had to really trust the process. Because when you don't trust the process, you're constantly fighting against God's plan.
Yep.
And you're gonna always be mad. You're gonna always be crying.
You're gonna want to give up.
You're gonna always want to give up because you're just not seeing the bigger picture and you're not just trusting. And and some people might be like, okay, but what does that mean? That means the lessons that life is giving you, you need to like go through it and grow through it.
Because how you gonna help somebody else? How you gonna help somebody else if you don't go through that? He had to go through that to tell somebody
to
that's
tell
listening
you.
to tell you.
But I didn't give up either. That's the test and the testimony.
Man, you talking to me because I've been having them days, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know I've been having them days where you just want to just be like, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like Corona. We talking about Corona. Corona stopped a lot for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in this house to drive you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But take this time. Utilize this time. Utilize this downtime. I have to tell myself every day. Me and my husband go back and forth and say the same thing. Use this time. Use it for whatever it's going to do. Whatever it's going to help you grow to the next level. Or to like educate yourself. Get closer to God.
Mm-hmm.
Work on that relationship. Get in your word. Do everything that you can to build you up for that next level. So you talking to somebody. So overall, you just saying trust the process, right? If it's at least one, that's all that matters.
What's it?
I was gonna say, have you worked with any top celebrities yet? Like,
Oh my God.
that you can share? Because I know some stuff you can't say yet, but
That part. You know, them NDAs ain't this for real.
okay, signing them disclose just whatever you can say.
Them NDAs is real. You cannot talk. I haven't really worked with anybody major
Well, most of the people here, like, there's just a lot of local artists too and stuff like that.
that are really popular. Yeah. Now I have worked with like local popular people.
Okay. Upcoming artists and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you know what's another crazy thing, and how the universe works? One of my first big gigs when I was first living in Atlanta, the first time, was a reality show.
So you was two. You been there too?
No, I wasn't in it.
You was what? I saw that.
I styled them for their promotional shoot.
I saw that.
And I was just like, dang, like, that's dope. They have an all LGBT male show. Like, I would love to do something like that one day. And then a year later, I was on one.
And did you style everybody on that one too? Or
I styled them I styled their photo shoot for the promotional shoot.
I'm talking about the last one, this one that you just did.
Oh, no, honey, I didn't do that.
You didn't?
I didn't have nothing to do with whatever they was wearing.
And that's just on them.
I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know nothing about that.
Yep. Y'all can just go look for yourself.
Yeah, they didn't pay that invoice.
Okay, he said they got nothing to do with me. Y'all be the judge of that. Y'all
No
click the
shade.
link.
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But, you know, my DMs are always open.
You guys know, seriously, so if somebody did come to you, like, so you just have do you have like a price list out yet for how people, like, is it that because I really don't understand it, kind of, like, you kind of explain to me, like, so pretty much people pay the stylist to just kind of style them for a certain event, or?
So everybody is different. And I like to be a little bit unique in my approach.
Right, of course.
But there's definitely a styling fee. There's definitely a deposit required. A lot of people like to just do consultations. I charge for those too, but it's like very minimal. It's not a lot. Because sometimes people just want advice. Sometimes people just want to talk and want to get like some guidance on what they should do.
Yeah.
But the more you level up, you do have to start, you know, that's your talent, your service. You do have to start charging. But
you have to start.
You do have to start. You don't never work for free. And when you get to the point,
right.
when you get to that point, now, like I said before, you're gonna have to pay your dues. But once you start to level up a little bit and you start to like get to that
a couple
point,
dollars on there.
Then you start to learn, okay, because now you can't do everything for free now. You gotta, you gotta eventually get paid. You gotta get paid for your work. You have a talent. When you have a talent, you definitely need to be getting compensated properly. But it do take time to get there. But yeah, so I have a price list. It's not really a lot right now because I'm still leveling up. I'm not where I want to be yet.
That's right.
Once I start getting on retainer, that's a whole nother level.
Or just one of them celebrities grab hold to you.
Right.
Okay.
That's when that retainer fee come in, and then it'd be like, oh, okay. All right, now y'all gonna have to we're gonna have to have a in-person meeting.
So do you have people just really just hit you up and just be like, I just want to like really learn how to dress, or have like I just need a wardrobe change?
All the time. People like, I just want you to go shopping with me, or
so that's kind of like how it works then. Like that's how it starts. People just hit you up to.
You know what's crazy? I met somebody that's really influential down here by just playing in a closet, like literally just styling them out of their own closet. they're like, I got all these clothes and I don't know what to do with them, and it ended up turning into a big.
There's another drum in here too. Sorry,
Oh,
to cut you
look at
off.
God, because I was just. But
It's another one right
oh,
there.
right there, both ladies. Hello. But like, I was just playing in her closet, and it turned into a video / photo shoot that we did at a gas station.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
Yeah, I gotta send that to you too. Like,
You was just doing what? You met her at the gas station, you said?
no, so I met her through my friend Corey, who's a celebrity makeup artist, and it turned into me just playing in her closet and like just like piecing stuff together, like just looking through her closet.
You should try
Like,
this together.
Yeah, just try this together, and then it turned into her modeling for a photo shoot that I did at a gas station. That Gucci Mane had a video shoot at, and we end up doing my own like video / photo shoot at that same gas station in East Atlanta, and it was just like amazing, like just how opportunities can kind of come.
Man, it'll come out the cut.
Just come out the cut, and it'll just happen out of nowhere. But it's like when them opportunities present themselves, you do gotta be like ready and own it. Like, okay, well, we can do this, and don't be afraid to suggest things, because the world is really yours, and it's like whatever you want to make. Like a lot of the styling stuff I do, I come up with on my own. Like I just be like, I want to do a photo shoot. I have a vision. I have a dream. I see color, so I want to do something color, and then I just kind of happen to be in the right places and to make it happen.
And that just kind of goes with what you said, like, you know, trusting the process and the timing. It's that's you, and that's why this downtime that we have, take advantage of it so you can be ready when that time comes. Because what if everyone, once coronavirus just disappeared and opportunities just start presenting itself, you got to be ready.
Girls, opportunities present themselves now before it's even over.
Look, see,
because people are sick of it. People are ready to get back out there. Especially in the industry, everything is tied to each other, like I said earlier. And so people need to make appearances. People need to perform. People need to go out. People need to make their money. They want to look good while they're doing it. So now people are like, okay, I need to hit you up. I need this. I need that. Now the ball is starting to roll again. And it's like, okay, what you've been doing these last 6 months, what's up? Is you ready?
Is you ready or not?
Like, was you ready? Like, let's go. The time is now. It's time to put that work in. So that's where we at with it right now, and I'm just very excited for what the future holds.
Yeah.
I'm just like staying humble and just like soaking it all in, because I know that, especially where we from, is so many people that will never probably ever get the opportunity.
That's the sad part, because some people are so content at just, and they don't know no better. That's all they know is just to be content with just being in the hood.
Yep.
And some people ain't even in the hood. They live in a nice area, but all they know is just, okay, I'm going to work, working this nice job, going back home. And that may not be their happy place. They just doing it because that's what they're comfortable doing.
Yeah, it's like, I can't stress that enough. Like, please, even if you don't move right away, just travel. Like,
get out of the norm.
I went everywhere. Like, that whole year that I went back to Milwaukee, I knew I didn't want to be there forever. So I would travel. Every other week or month, I was always in a different place. I went to LA for the first time, and that sparked my creativity and inspired me.
You probably seen so many hungry people there like that was hungry to work.
Oh my God, what, girl? When you go to LA,
I would probably be insulted.
Like, listen, when you go to LA, and especially like Hollywood Boulevard, and you go see like the Walk of Fame and stuff like that, and I went to the Kodak Theater.
Cry.
Yeah, like I went to the Kodak Theater where they have the Oscars and stuff. Like, you can feel the spirit of,
I'm ready to work,
of people that is like out there chasing their dreams and fighting for their dreams, staying with 6 and 7 people in a little ass apartment, like, because they want to make it. Like, you can feel it in the air, and so it's like that type of energy, like that, just motivated me to keep it moving.
And that's kind of like what I feel out here too. I'm like, it's people pulling up with what's some of the nicest cars are. Some of the nicest cars, Jags and
Benz trucks.
Benz pulling up at Target next to me, like getting out. Like, I'm
Girl,
like,
we was at the diner the other night.
Oh,
My brother's
okay.
over here. We was at the diner the other night, and we were just chopping it up with a guy who had a Rolls Royce truck.
just talking.
Just parked in the front. Just talking, chopping it up. Like,
That's motivating for me out here.
Yeah. It's like you never, especially in Atlanta, you never know who you're going to run into.
You don't.
Never know.
My
You
mom
really
and my
don't.
sister done met the celebrities, some of the celebrities already from the shows and stuff, and I ain't met them yet. I'm like, it's a reason, because I'll be like, okay, let's hook up. Let's do something. It's the reason I ain't ran into them yet, but I know I will eventually.
I did meet. Okay, I will tell one celebrity story that I met, but it was when I was working at Amazon, and I was delivering, and I delivered to, I think I was in Sandy Springs, and I pull up to the house. They buzz me in the gate, and the dog runs out, right? So, you know, delivery drivers, we don't play with dogs. So I'm like, get this dog.
Get your dog.
All of a sudden, I heard a voice, like, yelling at the dog, like, come back. And I'm like, this voice sounds familiar. And if you live in Atlanta, you know this voice, because it's always on the radio. And I'm like, damn, that voice sounds familiar.
Let me find out this Tigger.
I go to the door. It's Big Tigger. I am
You is lying.
I swear to God. I handed him his package.
I would have been like, sir, sorry, I dropped it.
I was just like, hi, how you doing? Here's your package. Nice dog. See ya.
You're probably too nervous to even say hey.
I was in complete shock. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm at this man's house. And
That's the thing I love about being here. I was like, I told my husband, I said, babe, we right here, right here, and most of the people stay out in these areas too. I know somebody. One of the places I went to, she's friends with Candy and stuff. And she told me like an area where Rashida's staying. I'm like, they right here, like
they all around.
The people that we looking and watching on TV, they right here, right next door somewhere.
And
like
they regular.
I love
too.
that you might just.
They be at the grocery store,
just
maybe
chilling
everywhere, but. The whole point of us even saying this is because it's just so motivating.
It's very motivating.
It's so motivating. It's just like, these are people that are millionaires, billionaires. These are people who have status and have achieved many, many great things, and that are black people.
Because they trusted the process.
Because they trusted the process. And it's not easy being black in the industry. It's not easy being black in the fashion industry. It's not easy being black in any industry, period. We see what we going through out here in the world. We see like it's all integrated in the system overall. But to see actual affluential people that look like me, that
chilling right here where I'm at,
right in my space, because where we're from, we don't see that every day. We don't get that type of motivation every day. So it's just like, oh my God.
So we all doing the same thing.
We all exactly. It's just different levels. So it's like being around all of this just makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta step it up. Like I'm ready to like be at that next level. I'm ready to like, you know, rub elbows with these people. I'm ready to create.
Right, sit at the same table. If not
sit at the same table.
And they come sit at mine.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And they come sit at mine.
They come sit at mine. And that's another thing I want to do too, because it's a lot of people from our city that is moving out here or have moved out here.
I was just about to say that earlier. I'm like, dang, it's a lot of us out here.
And so it really feels like home now.
Yep.
But it's like now I want to start to be in a position where I can also have opportunities, kind of like how you've given me the opportunity to come on your platform and like share what I'm doing. Like that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Like that's what we talking about. Like that's the motivation right there. It's not like we move away and then we just forget about
everybody. No, we help each other.
We help each other. It's so many of us. Like my friend Corey, he does makeup for some of my photo shoots when we work together. Like my cousin from Milwaukee, she does my photography. Like a lot of people I work with are from Milwaukee, and we work together out here because, to be honest, we got, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, because nobody's going to ever understand us the way we understand us.
Yep.
So it's like the fact that even we're sitting down and breaking bread and we're like meeting and doing this like this, and it's just so dope because it's like it's showing our people back home and other people in general that it's never us versus us. It's always us together.
Versus the world, like
like it's us together. Like just let's work together. Let's work. Let's get this done. Like, and that's what I love about Atlanta. Atlanta is such a big, like, let's work.
It don't even seem like they even out here trying to hate. Like, they ain't got time for that. They're like, okay, you do something, let's do it together. Like,
yeah, they're like, let's collaborate. That's one thing you're gonna hear all the time. Let's collab.
I was live with Pretty V, and she told me that she was like, you in Atlanta? And she was like, oh, you just moved from Milwaukee to Atlanta? She was like, I'm here. Let's link. What?
Where you at?
Where were you at?
Pull up. What's up?
I don't care how far you is. Where you at? Cause
like that's it. And see, that's all it is. And like stuff like that. Like as soon as you do that, that's gonna open the door to something else, and something else, and something else. And like that's just the goal. My biggest goal in life is I really want to get to a point where I can really just give back to our hometown and our community.
That's exactly, yep. That's
Like-
exactly what my husband said. He said he want to just go back and just like present stuff that we ain't never had there. You
Yeah,
know?
we need more creative arts facilities, man. We need, like, when I'm class of 2014, so all my 90s babies and like all of us that came up in Milwaukee during like 2000, let's say 2009 to 2014.
Yeah.
That whole era, Dance Wars and all these creative things that we used to have,
in Milwaukee.
nothing like it. And we ain't seen nothing like it since.
Nope.
We used to have so many creative avenues to do, like to dance. I used to, when I was going to Pulaski, Ram Nation.
Right.
Ram Nation.
My school collaborated with y'all, the arts.
Yeah.
So-
Like, yeah, high school, the arts, like, we used to always be at their stuff, but, like, I used to dance, I used to African dance, I used to host, I used to do the morning announcements, I used to sing the national anthem. Like, it was just so many outlets for me to be creative, and now I feel like the new generation doesn't really
They don't,
have
it's like
that.
they ain't doing nothing. It ain't even
Yeah,
that they,
I see that.
it's like they ain't doing nothing, they ain't motivated to do
I'm
nothing.
still
So
on-
we got to present some opportunities there. You got the Friday shirt.
Yeah, but we do need to present more opportunities, and like even with the youth programs, it's not like it used to be. Like when I used to be at Urban Underground, even then we used to have like talent shows and do stuff.
They don't do
and
nothing no
We used to
more.
have people singing. We'll go on retreats and like it was just nurturing, like just like getting us prepared for the world. And I just feel bad that students now don't have that access to stuff like that, especially now since Corona. Like everything's been shut down and moved around, but I just really hope that one day we can get to a point where we can really give back to the community. We can have events. We can do because even when I was living there for that year, I did the fashion show, the rooftop fashion show.
I don't think I should do all white one. Y'all were all white? Was that
I did the spring summer rooftop fashion show where I collaborated with Super Dope Q and my cousin Christine Tax.
With
Texas,
the shop boutique, right?
with Nyla Rose Boutique. So it was Super Dope Closet, Looks by Lamarr, and Nyla Rose Boutique. We
Oh, I
collaborated.
thought it was so dope. I didn't know about that.
We did a rooftop fashion show not last year, but the year before last for Memorial Day. And it was just amazing. Like, well, it was last May, Memorial Day weekend. And it was amazing. The city came out. It was so much love and support. And it was like, we need more events like that. We need more, like we collaborated and we had people performing. And it was just dope. And I just miss that sense of community. I miss that creativity. So
if somebody present, like you said, bring it back home and stuff, that'll give them the opportunity to kind of start putting stuff together again. I don't know. I can't say that our city will go back to what it used to be, but I hope it becomes good again. So everybody don't have to move. You know what I mean? So
right, like it just needs to be a little bit more robust and a little bit more opportunities, but it'll get there. I think with time in it, but I feel like the way that it's working, the universe is kind of doing things right now, especially like with all of us being out here and achieving these things. I think that that's the direction that we're heading. I think that all of this is for a purpose.
Yep,
So
I agree.
We just gotta trust the process.
Yep. Well, I do thank you for coming on today, y'all. We talked a lot, and y'all know they love when we talk. So, and we eat some good food. So, if there's anything else you want to say or any type of encouragement, you can go ahead and do that before we go.
Well, I don't know. There's not too much I want to say. I said a lot.
Yeah, I mean, just encouraging is always good. So, I mean, if you don't have anything else, that's okay.
Yeah, I just want to just thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. It made me feel so good. Like,
yeah.
oh my God. Like, it's exciting. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I see you, girl. I'll be like laughing at all your videos. I'll be showing my friends, sending them to everybody. Like, I'm such a fan of you. So it's like, I'm just like, I can't believe this is even happening. I'm glad it's happening. But thank you. Thanks to the fans out there that are like watching, that are keeping us like going and creating.
Yes.
Y'all like really inspire us, and I appreciate it, and I'm just excited for what the future holds.
Yes. sir. And everybody, make sure you guys check out the description box up below. I'll have all his information and the link for the show that he was on. That crazy show.
Crazy.
Just mess. And any other links that he has that pertains to what he does. So I'll have that below for y'all to click and check out. And if you need a stylist, he's the guy. Period.
I'm available. I fly all over the world. So.
Yes, he travels. There we go. Because there's people on here that ain't just from Milwaukee that watch. It's it's more people from other places.
Oh,
so
honey, I travel.
New Orleans. There's some people here. There's some. They usually say where they at when I go live and talk to them. So they all over the place.
Yes.
But we do thank y'all for watching today, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. Period. Love y'all.
Is Jazzy the Kid. They call me One Take Jazz now. Oh yeah. It's Jazzy the Kid, and I'm back on the 1 and 2s. Milwaukee, what it do? This beat about to do the fool. On this beat, I'm about to spit. Y'all ain't